From historic Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And our pitcher tonight, Lucas Giolito. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Ready to go? Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. Hit in the air, center field. Rafaela on his way over. Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Junior Caminero.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. A lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And now, Junior Caminero. We talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. The Rays strand just the one, and now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back here at Fenway Park. And starting in this one, Ryan Pepio.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
On a line, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that just misses.
2-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner on the go. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here's a 2-2. And a good eye there.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Really good battle right there. And that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball forward. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
And stepping in for Boston, Abraham Toro. Moved to first.
He's safe.
Duran leads off first with one away. And that is downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. On the ground, right side. Lau sends it to first, and that is that. 1 left for the Red Sox, scoreless after 1. Back here in Boston, all set for the start of the inning, and stepping in for the Rays, Christopher Morel. Pitch misses there, and now it's 3-2. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Josh Lowe. Man at second. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. On the ground to short. Story. Throw to first in time.
Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 28, Jake Mangum.
Jake Mangum next to hit for the Rays. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. Anthony makes the catch. And that is that. One left for Tampa. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Fenway, we head to the bottom of the second. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony.
This guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That one hammered left field, reaching back towards the wall. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And that's a leadoff double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanic right there.
Here's Trevor Story. Just off the inside edge.
3-1.
Splits the plate, and that is strike two.
Full count.
Anthony stands at second with no outs. Got him swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
No score here in the second. Swung on, belted. That one's back. Forget it. That one felt good. It's 2-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And with 2 down, the Red Sox, the early lead. And next for the Red Sox, Ceddanne Rafaela. In the air, right field. Lunging, but it gets down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jared.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. 2 outs. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. Major League Baseball is on the show. New inning getting started. And now the catcher for the Rays, Danny Jansen.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Yandy Diaz now outside, and it's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
First offering, runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw to second, not in time, he's there easily. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. That's got a chance. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation, can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
2 on, 1 out. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. On the ground to third. Meyer zips it to first, and now 2 gone.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Jonathan Aranda. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Base hit, 1 run in already. The throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 2-2.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
So 2 down. Now at the plate, Christopher Morel. And that's a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. First and second, 2 outs. Josh Lowe now at the plate. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. They get 2 and draw even again. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. Set for the bottom of the third, and it's Rafael Devers in the box.
The designated hitter,
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good job to fight that one off.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 3-2 now. Hard hit right side. Lau sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Red Sox, the first baseman, Abraham Toro.
And stepping in for Boston, Abraham Toro. One out, base is empty. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Everything came together for him.
Now
I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
One gone, runner at first. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
That one ripped left field. And it bangs off the monster. The throw to third. In there safely.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. And he chases that one below the zone.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at the corners, one away here in the last half of the third. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's Trevor Story now.
Batting.
In the grand scheme of things, this at bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at bat.
Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
On to the 4th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2. Ball 2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Off the outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And stepping in for the Rays, Jake Mangum. 1 down, base is empty. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Danny.
Now it's Jansen to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball left side. Fair ball.
Now batting, designated hitter Yandy Diaz.
And the batter now, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. On now to the bottom of the 4th. We are tied 2-2. Back now at Fenway, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, Marcelo Meyer.
Third baseman, Marcelo Meyer.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Taj Bradley warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger also getting ready. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Swing and a foul out of play. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And next for the Red Sox, Christian Campbell. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Meyer on at first, nobody out. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Slings to second. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Cedar Rafaela, the next to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That one missing inside.
2-2.
That's too low. 3-2 now. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We're headed to the 5th. We are tied 2-2. Back inside Fenway Park, ready now for the 5th inning. And now it's Brandon Lau. And now 1-2. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Garrett Crochet, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Wilson getting loose as well. That missed by a lot. Now 2-2.
Full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. The hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Runner at first with no outs here. There goes the runner. And a count 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
2-2.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the green monster. And they're at the corners with nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Lucas Giolito will depart. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Garrett Crochet.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now here is Jonathan Aranda. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Ball.
Christopher Morel in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Morel.
Now here is Christopher Morel.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
The 2-1. That one found hard the other way.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Rafaela sizing this one up, drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 3-2.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Low.
And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat. That fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the fifth coming up. Rays 3 and the Red Sox 2.
Now pitching for the
Back
Rays.
now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking
Number
over on the
45.
mound, Taj Bradley.
Still pretty early in the ball
Bradley.
game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter
Leading
left
off
for him.
for the Red
So the
Sox,
lineup flips
the left
over.
fielder,
Now here's the Red Sox
Duran.
leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 3-2.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had
the
there.
Designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Devers now. Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
And a swing and a miss.
2 balls,
Home team
2
down a
strikes.
run as the Rays try and punch back down a run. Gets a piece and stays alive. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Well, big power guy right there, and generating so much bat
Now
speed. It's
batting,
hard
the
to
first
bring
baseman,
that to a halt
Abraham.
once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And a swing and a miss there.
Cold
1
night
ball,
like
2
tonight,
strikes.
last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches.
Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Boston. They're down 3-2. Back in Boston, all set for the top of the sixth. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. And that's off the inside edge.
2 balls,
2-1.
1 strike.
Boston's bullpen with some activity. Brennan Bernardino, the left-hander, up and throwing. Wilson warming up as well. Next offering is fouled back.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Stays alive. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2-2 now. Hit on the ground to short. Story. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake Mangum.
Jake Mangum digs in now. One now. Check swing, called strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch,
really hard for a hitter to get on time with it. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Rays 3 and the Red Sox 2. Bottom of the 6th inning. And here is Carlos Narvaez. And a big swing and a miss. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mason Engler preparing to come on if needed. Number 48, a left-hander, also throwing. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that one is downstairs. And it's 2-2. High fly ball out towards left field. Into the monster seats and gone. His 7th home run of the season. It's 3-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. That one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Ground ball right side. Aranda. He takes it on his own. One away. Bottom of the 6th.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Here's Story now. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That one misses, and the count is 3-1. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Meyer.
Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. In the dirt. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Greg Weisser. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Number 57, Greg Weisser.
Yandy Diaz getting ready to hit.
Hitter, Yandy Diaz.
That's to third, Meyer. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Lau at the plate. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Now that the third baseman.
Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Two outs. And it's fouled away. That's a strikeout. Good looking sweeper there. Rays held in check here, so no change in the score. It's 3-3.
Now pitching for the
We're
Rays.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Mason Engler.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
The second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Christian Campbell. The 1-1 is fouled off. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
The center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
2-1.
And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 2-2 now. Out to short. Sends it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Now batting the left fielder, Jaron Duran.
Jaron Duran up next for the Red Sox. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that skips in the dirt.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's
diving, makes the grab.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth, Garrett Whitlock.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Whitlock.
And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
The first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
The left fielder, number 24.
So up next, Christopher Morel. The 1-1. This to third. Meyer whips it across. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the eighth.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
So 2 down now, and here is Josh Lowe. Next pitch is downstairs. And there's a ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Jose Caballero in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hard on the ground to first. He'll do it himself. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still tied 3-3. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Rafael Devers.
The designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Ball 2.
Late swing, foul to the left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air, left center field. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And out of here. He deposits that one into the monster seats. Home run number 15 on the year. And the Red Sox jump in front. It's 4-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Mason Engler out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Number 48 on the pitch here. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Montgomery.
Abraham Toro now at the plate. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Rodriguez, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That one almost got him.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fly ball to right. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 away.
Now batting,
well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Misses outside, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And that one's a little bit low. Full count, 3-2. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
at second, 2 down. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1-2.
Anthony at second with 2 down. The shortstop takes the ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And it remains 2-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. Last chance for the Rays coming up. Back here at Fenway, we go to the ninth, and stepping in for the Rays, Jose Caballero. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball.
That one missed.
2-1.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Next pitch is outside.
That's a really good take.
Jake Mangum in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Now it's going to be Jake Mangum.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Ground ball up the middle. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Garrett Whitlock done for the night, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Justin Wilson.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Danny Jansen to hit here. And a count 1-2.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That's down and in.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Snap throw to first. And he's back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
And that's a strikeout looking. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So they're down to their final out. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the 8th at home. Come out in the 9th, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.